Our ancestors are here to show us the way. Ancestors are here. They're with us, through us, and they're here to show us the way. They're saying, wake up to the truth. Remember who you are before all the noise. Remember who you are. Remember before all the noise. Before all the wounds. Remember who you are. Remember why you're here. Remember your purpose. Remember your mission. Don't let the past, whatever pain you went through, stop you from where you're supposed to go. Everything happens for a reason. Remember who you are. Ancestors are here to remind us. They have sacrificed. They have failed, some of them. Some have done their work and some have not been able to finish their mission. And they're here to remind us that we are here to fix what's broken, to free the oppressed. The ancestors are reminding us who we are. The truth is the way. Speak the truth. Clarity is the way. Anybody who brings confusion is not from the Creator, is not from the Divine. Confusion brings chaos. Remember who you are. Wake up to the truth. Wake up to the truth of the Spirit. There were times where you were little and you were full of life, full of love, full of beauty. But the people that were supposed to be your guardian, that were supposed to love you and show you, your parents, they were jealous. They were envious of your beauty, of your strength, of your courage, of your divine essence. So they did everything to tear you apart into pieces, into nothingness. But time and time again, you fought through those battles. You fought really hard. And although you have been used and abused time and time again, it feels like it never ends. Used for your beauty, used for your essence, used for your kindness, used for your empathy, used for everything that is wonderful and amazing about you. And nobody cared how you feel. Nobody cares how it affects you because they want you gone. Remember who you are. Remember when you were shining. Remember why you're here. Remember it's time to free the oppressed. Free the oppressed souls. Ancestors are here to remind us to free the oppressed souls. There are many oppressed souls that are waiting for a Savior. Be the Savior. Be the example. Speak truth. Stop speaking ungodly things. We cannot go on like this forever. Everything happens for a reason. Remember who you are. Courage, wisdom, and love should be your weapon. Remember the days where they told you that you can never accomplish your purpose. Remember when they mocked you, humiliate you. Use that pain to create courage in you, and use that courage to change your life. Truth frees you from oppression. Remember when they didn't want you to speak the truth. Every time you spoke the truth, they would cut you off. They would prosecute you for speaking the truth, because the truth hurts the demons inside of them. The truth is like a sword for the devil and for the demons, for the darkness. They can't handle it, so they prosecute you for speaking the truth. The truth is the sword. You hold the sword of truth. That's why they prosecute you so much. But the Creator stands with you. The Creator says, keep holding on to that sword of truth. Never let it go, because once you let it go, you become like them. If you want to reach heaven, you need to hold the sword of truth. Truth frees your soul from hell. Truth frees your soul from hell. The physical body is wonderful to have, but it's also temporary. It's not what's going to save you from hell. What saves you from hell is the truth and the pureness of your truth, and the pureness of your heart, and the pureness of your intentions. No matter what they decide, you cannot be responsible for how others choose to treat you, right? You can control how you react to situations. You see, people will purposely try to make you commit sins against your soul, because, as they say, misery loves company, and the devil is so lonely. The devil is so lonely that one person or one soul is not enough. He needs the entire population. He needs millions, and he's so greedy, it never ends. He needs to taint every soul, because he don't want to be in hell by himself with few people. He wants entire people to be in hell with him. And they don't know where else to go, because they were banished from heaven. They are banished from heaven forever, not because the Creator does not allow to, but because they refuse to speak truth, to be just, to stand for wisdom, to stand for courage, to stand for beauty, to stand for love. The devil doesn't want to stand for any of that. The devil stands for chaos. for ugliness, for stupidity. That is what hell is. Hell is ugliness, is lies, is all that is impure. That is what hell stands for. And heaven stands for truth, courage, wisdom, love, beauty, golden, pureness. So you have to decide, what are you going to fight for? Are you going to fight for hell, or are you going to fight for heaven? Because either way, you're going to struggle. Going to hell and heaven, they both have their own struggles. But heaven is more worthy because it's internal. While hell, you're never gonna come out of it. If you choose hell world, the dark kingdom, then you're gonna live in cycles of abuse, cycles of spiritual, physical abuse. Whereas heaven frees your soul. These things can start in childhood. These things can be exposed to you in childhood. Darkness comes from anywhere. We're living in a world where people normalize dysfunction, homes. I will speak for the oppressed, because it's the oppressed that needs saving. It's the oppressed that needs freeing. I know that you are oppressed, and oppression comes all kinds of forms. It is when you are being exploited for your kindness, when you're being exploited for your empathy, when you're exploited for your truth. All of those are oppression. It can be the person who makes plans with you, invites you. It's the person who invites you to an event and asks you, I want you to come with me to this event, but doesn't follow through, leaves you uncertain, making you feel and think like disrespected. When the person makes you feel unworthy, when they're trying to bring any sort of ugliness inside of you, that is a spiritual disease that they are sending you. You see, when we are interacting with other humans, they do have the power to inflict you with spiritual disease. And the spiritual disease is when someone betrays you, lies to you. When someone manipulates you for their own gratification, for their own selfish needs, for their own ego. All of those things are spiritual diseases. And only unhealthy people operate from those areas. Although we should show empathy, but they do not deserve empathy. Because when they purposely trying to lie to you, manipulate you, they are thinking from their selfish heart. So therefore, they do not deserve your empathy. What they deserve is the truth. And the truth is for them to face it alone with your absence, without your explanations, without your presence, without your godliness. Because everybody gets what they deserve based on their actions, based on their words. The Creator has created this planet and this universe in a perfect law. There are laws beyond this realm, beyond this physical realm. There are laws holding us beyond this realm. And although people are in illusion of like not looking at the spiritual laws that are created in this world, they're only focused on the physical law, even though there is no spiritual law against the people who are lying, manipulating. But what they fail to understand is that there are spiritual guardians that they do not see, but will attack them at the right time, at the right place, and it will shake them. So this is why you have to watch your actions. This is a very ancient wisdom, because this is a pattern recognition. And our ancestors, you should learn from your ancestors. Because the behaviors that you are showing has been done before. Everything you're doing has been done for many, many years, for thousands of years. Everything we do is not new. Everything we do has been done before, especially in the spiritual perspective. I don't mean the invention of the physical world, but I'm talking about the insides. Humans have had these patterns for generations. So therefore, everything you're going through, it has already happened before. So in order for you to break those cycles, you need to come to the awareness that what you're battling with is nothing new, and you need to be creative. You need to pray. You need to change those cycles to find happiness, to find freedom. The oppression that we have right now is the oppression of our spirits. Back in the ancient time, oppression was the physical and the spiritual, but mostly the physical, because people were enslaved physically. But right now, what we have is a spiritual enslavement, where people are enslaving you spiritually, and there is no law against that. Which is why we have to protect our spirit and come to the knowledge and understanding on how to protect ourselves from these spiritual slave masters, because we have spiritual slave masters. There are physical slave masters, but there are also spiritual slave masters. And these spiritual masters, their job is to cage your spirit, which is why people are battling with a lot of mental illnesses and spiritual diseases, and they're repeating cycles, and there is no help, there's no way out, because they lack the knowledge and understanding of it. And some people, they are able to understand it at some point in their life, but there are many people who do not come to these understandings, because the blockage and the not everybody is able to escape this spiritual enslavement. I am someone who was able to escape the spiritual enslavement, but I know many people who were not able to, because everybody doesn't have the same spirit. We don't all have the same spirit. Some people don't have the spirit to break the what's the word? Like to break that curse, to break that witchcraft, right? Some of us can and some of us cannot. Some people need help to escape from that. So we need to learn more about how to free our souls from the oppressors. There's so many things I would like to speak about, and I will. But for now, I will leave it at that. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found something. I hope you found yourself through this message, and I hope you find peace and love in this message. And I hope you were able to feel free some ways and somehow.